Hello and welcome. The double exponent here is terrifying. It's a trap. Here is the secret. A simple substitution. So to solve this, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. The first thing, you must recognize the pattern that this integral can also be written as the integral from 0 to 1 exponential x e to the x minus, this will be minus e raised to the power of e raised to the power of x all over e raised to the power of x. Yes, from the division law. So if we have a to power m minus n, this can also be written as a to power m all over a to power n. All right, so what next are we going to do here? And of course, the x. What next? We are going to make that substitution. So the substitution will help us to simplify this very easily. All right, let's go. If we say let's u equals e to the x, in such a way, if we differentiate u with respect to x, we will have that du over dx equals e to the x. We still have the same thing. So multiplying the x to both sides, we have that the x cancels out the x. If the x cancels out the x, we have that du equals exponential x dx. But clearly, we need to make the x the subject of the formula. So we need to divide through by exponential x. So if we divide through by exponential x, we'll find out that if we divide through by exponential x, we'll find out that the x equals du all over exponential x. All right, so let's substitute. But we are going to remove these powers. Let's find the indefinite integrals first. Let's remove this power. So if we remove that power, we'll have that the integral of what? E to the e. Wherever we see x, where is it? Wherever we see x or e to the x. Yes, wherever we see e to the x. All right. So to substitute this, let's find the indefinite integral first. We are going to remove this power. Then later on, we'll bring it in after we integrate. So let's remove this power first. So if that happens, we'll have that the integral, wherever we see, this is e, wherever we see e to the x, we put the value of u, right? Minus e, wherever I see e to the x, we put the value of u. Now from here, mind you, this is all over e to the x, we put u. And of course, our dx equals what? Du all over e to the power of x, we put the value of u. All right, so from here, let's use this u to multiply through this integral. If we do that, we'll have that this is the integral. U multiplied by exponential u gives us what? Or exponential u multiplied by u gives us what? Exponential u all over u minus this multiplied by this gives us exponential u all over u squared, because u times u gives us u squared, and of course du. So notice that the expression inside this integral matches the quotient through derivation. Yes, the expression, you're seeing it now, the expression inside matches the quotient through what? Derivation. Let me show you something. Let's say if we want to differentiate this term, so you see what I'm saying. Let's say y equals exponential u all over what? U. Let's say we want to differentiate this. Now from quotient through differentiation, we know that we keep the bottom, then differentiate the top. E to power u is still the same thing, minus we keep the top, exponential u, then differentiate the bottom. If we differentiate u, we have 1, then all over the bottom squared. All right, I want to show you why I say that the expression inside here matches the quotient through derivation. That's what I want to show you now. So from here, if we multiply this, we have that this is u multiplied by e to power u minus e to power u, because this times this still give us 1. Is 1, so e to power u all over all squared u to power squared. Now, if we separate these denominators by saying this is u exponential u all over u squared minus exponential u all over u squared, clearly what can you see? This term cancels out this term, and we have exponential u all over u minus exponential u all over u squared. So clearly you can see what I'm saying. So if this matches the quotient through derivation, what would be the antiderivative? What would be the antiderivative of this thing? Yes, what would be the antiderivative? The antiderivative of this is just this. Here we know that clearly. From here we'll see, if we bring back our value, that is e, our u was what? Remember we said that u should equals e to power x, so we put it back, e to power x all over u e to power x. But remember, we have integrated this thing and we have our what? Our upper and our lower limits. So what do we do next? To bring it back, the lower and the upper what? Limits. So from here, what next? We are going to subtract the lower limit from the upper limit. But first of all, this is what we are going to do. We are going to, okay, so from here, we are going to apply the quotient rule again by saying this is just exponential x minus this exponent, because is subtracting or they are dividing either. So what we do next from here? We say at x, to fix our limits, at x equals 1, what do? We say that this is just exponential 1 minus 1. And what's the value? This is exponential e to power 1 is e minus 1. Yes. So at x equals 0, that's the next one. At x equals 0, what do we have? All right, at x equals 0, what do we have? From here, we have that this is exponential 0, exponential 0, because we have x there, then minus 0. Clearly, from here, what do we have? This is exponential, e to power 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. So this is giving us what? E. So we are going to subtract the lower limit from the upper limit. So this is our value for the upper limit, and this is the value for the what? Lower limit. So let's do the right subtraction. Subtracting the lower limit from the upper limit, we have that exponential e minus 1 minus e, and this is the value of this integral. All right, if you enjoyed this video, do well to subscribe to this channel for more interesting problems like this. See you in my next video.